Okay, so we established the fact that variables can be measured. They can put on numbers, and the numbers can change. And that variation is what gives them that name. So we call them variables, something that keep on changing. And then we look at, like today, we'll be looking at the various scales of measurement. Now, when you take a variable, the first umbrella or the broader umbrella is that a variable can either be categorical or it should be numerical. So a variable can either be categorical. Let me draw. A variable should either be categorical or it should be numerical. It should be numerical or categorical. Categorical. Now, it's not all variables that can take on numbers. Okay, or we cannot be able to quantify all variables and assign numbers to them, or we cannot measure them in numbers, but we can categorize them, and after categorize them, then we can assign numbers to them, like to identify that particular category. For instance, if we take a variable like a gender, okay, we can't do anything to your gender. We can't measure gender. Okay, we can only categorize them. Alright, so gender becomes a categorical variable. So a gender can either be male or female. You're either male or female. Now a lot of things are coming in. So if you're not male, you are female or something else. Alright. So are you male or female or something else?
LGBTQ plus.
So you are either male, female, or something else. Alright. So we can be able to categorize this into male and female. Now the complexion of your skin, you are either fair, chocolate, or dark, or black. Some of you call it black. So we can categorize that particular variable. Alright. Things like, what other thing can we categorize? Unity. What other thing can we categorize?
Hall of affiliation.
Hall of affiliation. You are either ATL or custodian. That's all.
The number of colors in the flag.
In the Ghana flag. Okay. So which one were you?
Oba. Litre.
Oh. Monkey.
Yes.
Sorry. If they were to give you a go, I would have not gone there.
You don't even want to.
Why should I? So, which one were you? As for
fellow.
It is kind of people we are talking to. Fellow. Serious. But which one were you? Kelly.
Grapple. Liverpool.
So you can write something small, categorical variables. Please let's write. Are you dancing on the song? So the variable can be categorical or numerical, and the categorical variable, they are variables whose characteristics can be described. Okay. So for instance, we can describe your gender. Okay, but we can measure your gender that you are 2.5 male. Okay, or you are 2.9 masculine, or you are 2.0 masculine. We can just classify them in those categories. Then there are things that we can measure. For instance, your age. Okay, your age can be measured, and we can assign number to it. That makes it numerical data or numerical variable. Your height. Okay, who is the tallest among us here? You are the tallest. Please, I'm sorry. You are the shortest. Okay, so you are the shortest, and then how short you are can be quantified. Okay, and then we can say that you are 2.2 feet short. All right, so your height becomes a numerical data. Okay, what other things can we measure to assign numbers? Your temperature, your mark in class, and all of that. They are numerical in nature. Your income level, number of wives that you marry.
Your sugar level in your blood.
So the number of wives that you
the number of wives that you marry. And those
Number of research.
number of research you have done.
publications that you have done.
Everything in this world is about variables. That's why the wise have manipulated the variables and the data to go to space. They can measure the speed of the wind. They can measure the atmospheric kind of humidity. They can measure the various kinds of gas in the space. And if you can measure something, you can always manipulate it and better it. But we don't think in that way. Our attitude spiritual. They are
thinking about God.
who has not created you to think about him? Yeah, God did not create you to think about him. Know things about yourself in the world. And they are not better than us. They have studied the environment. They can predict that it will rain. The sunshine will be
Why
this.
are you manipulating us?
But so you are I like it. I was going to use to be in a hashtag.
But you know there is a telescope that are able to capture city lights in space. James Webb telescope. Lights in space. So they are finding everything. Yeah, it's 4.7 trillion light years out.
There are things.
So we go on TikTok.
So they do all this because of these things.
What?
They do all these things because of these things. That radio gardens, they have connected all radios in the world based on their location, and then they have created the map. So when we go to office, nowadays I'm always in Jamaica. Actually. But we are across the globe, we are probably Canada, all the tools are partner. It's science, data science is nothing. Data science. They pick up the signals of all radio stations across the country, they give it to satellite. Then the satellite will now consolidate everything, then put the feedback to the internet. That's all, everywhere you go. You are here, you are the way they are making you.
I'm telling you, when you put it on, if they have
it will send you to the exact
when
location.
you open it will come here.
They keep first, all keep radio stations, everything.
Like a normal Ghana.
Yes.
If we are crying, because I want to meet it.
Yes. It's because they are doing this magnificent kind of thing because of data. And variable, they are always taking out of data. We have ignored what is important, and we are pursuing mirage.
Okay,
let's go. Is you recorded, right? So let's speed up.
Okay, so for the numerical data, we can have age, your height, your weight, etc. So these are the two broad umbrellas under which variables can be categorized. They can either be categorical, means that we can put them in the category, or they can be quantified. We can assign definite numbers of measurement to them. So please take note of that. So your gender, your gender. Now gender is relative. If you're not careful, you mention something that somebody is not indicating. So categories. So please let's take note of that. And this one is mostly qualitative in nature. Mostly this one is qualitative in nature, and then the numerical data is quantitative in nature. We'll be starting types of research in terms of qualitative and quantitative. When we say something can be measured quantitatively, it means that we can measure them in terms of numbers. And And then qualitatively, it means that we can measure them based on
non-numbers.
non-numbers.
Non-numbers. So you can use words, descriptions, symbols, pictures, images, and all those things to measure them.
So let's take note of that. So let's start with the categorical data. Under the categorical data, we have two other umbrellas. Okay. So the first one we call it nominal scale. Nominal scale. You are either nominal or you are integral, right? Or ordinal. So let's write something small on there. So please let's take note of this before we continue so that the journey can be very smooth. Now, in measuring variables, there are four main things that we consider or that we concentrate on. Number one, your ability to rank them. Okay? Your ability to rank them. Number two, ability to measure. Your ability to measure differences between measurements. The ability to measure differences between measurements. And number three, the relevance of zero. Relevance of zero. And then equidistance between measurements. If you know these things, it means that we are done with this particular block. So let's take the first one, the nominal scale. The nominal scale. Here we say that the variables on the nominal scale cannot be ranked or cannot be ordered. Okay, the variables on the nominal scale cannot be ranked, they cannot be ordered or cannot be ordered. So take for instance your gender. All right, we cannot measure or we cannot rank your gender. We can't say that okay, you are a male and you are female and therefore you are higher than this guy. Okay, we can't rank them and they are qualitative in nature. So the variables on the nominal scale cannot be ranked. That is the basic underlying principle under this. Okay, the variables on the nominal scale cannot be ranked. So one cannot be ranked. Cannot be ranked. Okay, basically. And then the examples I was giving is your gender. Your gender, you're either male or female. Then skin color. Okay, your skin color cannot, because you are black or you are white, it doesn't mean that you are higher than me. And what we do is that in measuring them, we assign numbers. So in demographic information, most of these things can be seen in demographic data. In research survey, there is something we call demographic information. For instance, your gender. So when you want to code them or when you want to measure them, we just have to assign numbers. And the numbers does not mean that one is higher than the other. So for instance, they say if one means male and then two means female, there is no value for these numbers and we are not ranking them. We are just assigning these numbers for the sake of measurement.
The number on the GC, football is before
as an example. All right. Yeah, it doesn't mean that you are higher than this one. we can only categorize them, and that is why we say that this is part of the categorical data. We are only assigning numbers so that we can be able to measure them. Because now when you go to SPSS does not understand this language. Okay, you have to put them in numerical form like this so that you can be able to access it. So one thing we must know that this cannot be ranked, or we don't know any ranking for this. There is no way you can tell us that being a female makes you higher than being a male. Do you understand? Again, your skin color, you are either fair or black or chocolate. So in research, we can say, okay, if you are fair, tick 1. If you are dark, tick 2. If you are dark, tick 3. And that does not make you higher. If you are picking 3, it doesn't make you higher than if you are picking 1. Is that okay? So mostly you find some of these things in demographic data. Your age, your skin color, your whole of affiliation.
Your age?
Not your age, sorry.
Your age is contested.
Yeah, yes.
It's continuous.
It's continuous, actually. It was a simple time. Maybe it was looking at me, so I didn't want to see. So do you understand? So we can only categorize them. They don't have any rank or any particular order. So can you tell me something that's in that form?
Yeah, everybody should list 5 variables that you think you can only classify them as.
I don't think
No, list them. List them. Look around. Even look around here. You can get as many. List at least 10 variables that you can measure at the nominal level. Quick.
Is there any special package for those who get it right?
When we bring our certification,
They will be our first class. So there's something in this bottle. We'll try some.
What is that?
I mean, that's my favorite drink.
Cool 4 minutes.
It's nice.
That is it.
The clear sugar.
When you're in you are recording, we are taking much time.
I recorded
5 variables that you can see them. You can just attach number to them, but the number does not connote their quantity. It doesn't see that if you're doing a research for it, if it is male and female. If you put 1 to identify a female and 2 to identify male, it doesn't mean that the male is 2 times the higher the female. You understand? Give me 10.
Is there not too much for them?
No. You can do it. Because research is engaging. You have to use your mind. You have to use your intuitive memory very well.
Please, are you on it?
Your level of education does not matter. Okay? Good. You'll get it right. She has not read on material research, right? She's not going to.